Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Hueston We Have a Problem podcast. I posted the first Hueston We Have a Problem podcast over a year ago, and I was going to do it a lot, but then I caught the anxiety, and stopped doing it. But I realized recently, especially at the place that I'm at in my music career, that I need to start telling my story, not only musically, but just from a human being perspective, and sharing that side of myself. And I definitely feel very vulnerable and insecure at times, put myself out there. That being said, I am a very goofy, funny person, as you guys all know, as all my fan base, the Hueys, know. For those of you people who are new, I do have a pretty cult following. They call themselves the Hueys. It's kind of like the Swifties, but way more emotionally disturbed, and a couple unpaid parking tickets, maybe been to a few rehab facilities. Anyways, I wanted to hop on here and pretty much just let y'all know what's going on in the life of Huey. I'm recently now back fully independent, dropping a bunch of music. I'm dropping a new song every 3 weeks. Been dropping a bunch of I would say records that really speak to like what the roots of who I am is. It's a lot of soulful, a lot of soul record style stuff. Everything from Trade Your Heart for Mine all the way up into my last release was Loser. Yeah, a lot of soul, obviously still mixed with, the dark alternative kind of Hueston sound. But yeah, I've been dropping everything independently, and I've been at a really I don't want to say weird place in my music career, because I don't think it's weird, but I'm really at like a reflective place, in my music career and also in my life. If you asked me, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like, oh, what, like, what's your goal or what do you want to be? I would be like, oh, I want to be the biggest superstar in the world. I want to take over the world. I want to be this. I want to be that, and blah, 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 blah. But if you ask me now, I don't think I would have that answer. I think like I have a lot of perspective now of like, especially going back completely independent and like running this all again on my own is like, it's so incredibly like humbling, but also such a gift, because I'm like able to see like, I don't care about that. Like I thought I cared about that, but I like don't care about that. Like fame, wealth, all that. I mean, obviously now I make a living off music. I'm doing fine. That being said, there's, the biggest drug in the world is attention and success, and everybody thinks they want to be this and blah, blah, blah. And I've gotten the opportunity, because my music is, bigger and blowing up, that I got to peek behind that curtain and be around a lot of celebrities and that side of the business. And there's some great people, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of deeply unhappy people who pretend like they are just God's gift to the earth, and it's just sickens me. And being able to see that type of stuff has really made me realize, like, oh, whoa, like that's not what I want. I don't want to be that. Like, and then the question came into my head of like, okay, what's the purpose of this? And I've been on that journey, you know, just like trying to figure out, it's like, well, okay, what's the purpose of me being a music artist? Like, is it to serve me, or is it to serve like something bigger? And through that process, I've been doing a lot of lives with my fans. I've been digging into a lot of like literature and trying to read, cut out drinking. Been doing fast, been just really on some like searching for answers. And I've been getting a lot of them, you know, and I think the music thing is one. Is just, I get DMs from fans who have been through a lot of stuff in life, and they tell me that my music has helped them get through their day. You know, they tell me like, hey, you know, if I didn't have this music, I don't even know if I would make it, you know? And that's like humbling. And at times where I'm like feeling like down, or like I'm not going to make it through the day, or I'm like, you know, in a depression, or, you know, feeling not so great about myself, and going, you know what, I want to quit music. I don't love this anymore. This industry is it's just not, I don't know. I don't fit in here. None of these people like me. And I know they don't. And I could feel it. I read those DMs from the fans. And then it's like, hey man, you can't stop. Because you're helping people. That to me is like the reminder to stay in the game. And to any music artists out there that are like going for this as a career, like, hey man, just remember to do this for the right reasons, bro. And I'm not saying be perfect. I ain't perfect. I am not perfect. But just do it for the right reasons, you know? Don't do this shit to be famous. Don't do this shit to be rich. Don't do, you know, it's one thing, yeah, you want to make it your job and make a living. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? But if you're searching for something, if you're searching for something deep in such an empty pool in space, you're not gonna find it. You know, you're just gonna find sadness. But if you are giving, meaning like making music, putting it out there, being in service to, you know, the people that consume your music, or just like to the music itself, that's where great shit happens. And that's where like you feel fulfilled, you know, you feel better, because you're like, yo, I helped somebody today, you know, this music helped somebody today. And it's literally as simple as that, because that's what music did for me. And that's the reason why I play music. You know, all that other stuff, you know, my little buddy over there, all that other stuff is just, you know, what it is. Hold on. She's walking. Taking a walk. Yeah. Yeah, all that other stuff is just for the birds. Anyways, we'll get off the sappy shit. Let's see what's going on in Huey's life. Yeah, I've been dropping a lot of live content, live studio content, and that has been going crazy. At a place out here in South Florida called Power Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you are going to record and you want a nice facility to record at, go there. It's an amazing facility. But we've been recording those live performance videos there, and the response has been crazy. We did a video to my song Cry, and it's got 1.5 million views. So thank you, all the Hueys. I love y'all. And that response has been incredible. And then I, dropped the video of Yesterday, which is a song I put out like 5 years ago or something like that. It was one of the first songs I put out. 4 years, something like that. And the record did nothing forever. And I was like, I guess it's not that good. And then, we played it live in the studio, and I teased it on TikTok, and that went to 700,000 views fast. And then we dropped it on YouTube, and boom, thing is going viral. So thank y'all. Thank all the Hueys, baby. My little rabid fan base. I love you guys. You guys get me through the day when I'm feeling sad. But yeah, that is one thing. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm getting back in the groove. Hello. Sure. Kids, huh? Well, anyways, I just I'll keep these podcasts short until I start having guests. But I feel like it's really important to have these podcasts and keep it going. I remember watching Theo Von when he started this past weekend, and that's what really inspired me to do this. Is I remember when Theo Von first did this past weekend, it was really just him and a mic, and he would just ramble on. And I remember this is way back in the day, but I had this girl over my house or whatever. She's like, "Why are you watching this? This is fucking annoying." And I was like, "I love this." And I was like, this is going to be like the biggest thing. It's going to be one of the biggest podcasts. And you're like, I don't know. I'm like, okay. And anyways, ended up becoming one of the biggest podcasts. And also, I think Theo helps a lot of people, get through stuff. And I think it's important for people who feel like misunderstood or outcast, or like that they don't really have a place they fit in, to be able to express that and have a voice, so that other people who feel that way, don't feel alone. So anyways, been emo lately and on my spiritual journey, but I hope that helps anybody. And August 9th, which is next week, I will be playing at the Voices of America festival in Ohio. So make sure you guys come check me out. It's going to be awesome. I think Hardy's playing that show, and there's a bunch of people that are way bigger than me. So anyways, I'm going to be playing that. Make sure you come check me out. This is the Hueston We Have a Problem podcast, episode 2. I'll see you whenever I post the next one. Bye-bye now. I can see the look in your eyes, got me feeling the vibe. Come on, tell me, pretty baby, is it real? Baby, are you real?